Any other mistakes you're seeing sellers make often?
Besides the others that we talked about, I think one more biggie that I see when we're on the buy side and we're trying to get into these homes, the limited showing availability is definitely costing offers to many sellers. Where we have a buyer who comes in, let's take Greenwich in particular, because it really is a unique case. It probably could be said about many of the other Gold Coast towns, but specifically Greenwich, we've got oftentimes a New York City buyer who's in town for the day. In our case, we have buyers coming in from all over the world who are flying in, and we have them here for that window. It's a day, usually, maybe two if I'm lucky. And when I can't get a showing because, the seller works from home, and so it can't be shown until this time, and I've got to work around all of these limitations. And sometimes, quite frankly, the listing agents can be a bottleneck as well. And so,
because you're trying to balance a lot of schedules as you're planning this all out.
Oh my gosh, I think buyers don't even understand the logistics behind the juggle. I mean, you're basically juggling the seller schedule, the listing agent schedule, our schedule, the buyer schedule, and any other showings on the property. We're trying to work around all of that. Sometimes weather, sometimes traffic, the size of the house.
Oh my God.
that we're factoring for, the distance between the showings. And then the other factor is that, if you don't like the house, we'll be in and out of there in no time. When you like the house, an hour's never enough. You know what I mean? We're pushing you out the door, and we're probably late for the next appointment. And and there's if there's several showings, you have to stay on schedule. In many cases, you're meeting the list agent at the home. So it's we're going there. They understand maybe a few minutes either way, but they've got a schedule to get to too. And so we can't just be 30 minutes late for that showing, because then we maybe only get 15 minutes, and they're like, I'm really sorry, I've got to go.
Another showing, right?
And it might even not be on that same property. They might have to get in their car and run across town. So we have to stay on schedule. And but getting back to the real challenge is where there are all these limitations. I once had a realtor here in town say to me, I can give you 15 minutes tomorrow at this time. And I thought, well, my buyer's in town today. That's all that could be arranged on that particular home. And, those are the kinds of things you never got the buyer in. So what chance did you get? And, you've got this buyer from out of town, and our experience is that those are really great buyers. I mean, they come in with intent. They certainly may have an exploratory phase, but once they get aware of, the town and we sort of level them up on what they need to know, they usually execute pretty quick.
Makes sense. I mean, I think it takes a certain extra level of motivation to bring yourself all the way from New York City. I mean, it's close, but it's still, an hour in the car. You got to come here for the showings.
They might be coming from LA, San Fran, Florida, Texas. I mean, they could be flying for Greenwich, especially. I mean, or UK, anywhere in Europe.
Greenwich gets a lot of international.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we're basically New York City. We're really just a little suburb for New York City, just barely out, beyond the state borders.
45-minute train ride.
Exactly.